We are talking about the allium family, which, believe it or not, includes garlic, onions, leeks, chives, and several are used as decorative flowers, like when added to edible gardens hidden in plain sight. LOL. The great thing is that all alliums are 100% edible. Sr2SR-Prepper has recently learned that it has been documented that alliums have been cultivated for decorative and edible uses as far back as 1594, and the wild varieties have been foraged for far longer. We raise many varieties here of amazing alliums, and we'll share what we know about the different plant types, how to grow them, and use them with beginner preppers right now. Because alliums are a fairly easy to grow plant variety that will do well in most climates, as they are hardy and the underground bulbs can overwinter when it freezes, we encourage every beginner prepper to plant these everywhere except around varieties of peas, sage, asparagus, and beans. This can be detrimental to the onions. Start with green bunching onions from the grocers. They are fairly cheap and still have roots, so they will transplant easily. We plant 40 to 60 new ones every year to replace the older ones that have given their all after 5 to 6 years, growing 3 to 5 feet tall with huge softball heads filled with seeds. We grind these seeds to add to recipes, as well as cut the onions 3 inches above the soil, and then use them fresh and dehydrated. And you should too. We have also planted red, yellow, and white onions, and those magical Egyptian walking onions, garlic cloves split apart, and many other varieties that we have gotten from the grocery store. They are all wonderful and fun to grow. They love well-drained and slightly fertile soil, are right at home in clay soil too, and even our rocky Zone 6A native Nevada dirt has no challenge. So make sure to plant them everywhere, in the open, sun-facing areas of the garden, and those northern shady spots also. Aside from keeping your beds free from weeds, alliums are fairly low maintenance. Although high fertilization and mulching will give you greener stalks and larger flowers, garlic is very easy to plant. Just let your garlic cloves or shallots sprout. Plant them in the garden and you'll have delicious cooking ingredients in about 6 months, if you've got to season this long enough to do that. Garlic planting should be really done in the early fall, several weeks before the winter frost, but we do ours in the spring. We often have heavy overwinter frosts and snowpacks, and they get waterlogged and die. But sometimes we make sure to mulch the garlic with straw and wood, or wood chips and leaves, as best we can to try to preserve that crop. Now, if you're planning on growing onions or garlic, make sure you fully clear the entire bed at harvest time. Otherwise, you will have new plants popping up for the next season if you're planning on removing them at all. Otherwise, it's not good for crop rotation and pests. So if you're going to keep the onions there, keep them there. But if you're not, you need to move them at least every year or two. Now, or let it be barren for a year or two before you plant something else if they've been there a long time. If you are planting alliums for the flowers, choose spots where you'll want them to stay, as they are perennials and will come back year after year. Removing dead plant stalks and flowers in the fall is great for reducing the risk of disease and pests. You won't have to worry much about animals eating the bulbs, as the onion flavor is just not to their liking. Even something as simple as a cluster of tiny 1-inch round orbs of chives is great for adding a useful and beautiful herb out in your garden or inside at the windowsill. And some of you like fairy gardens, this would be perfect for them. And now it is time for Tweety's secret stuff. Here we go. Alliums contain sulfur in the form of organ sulfur compounds. These compounds have widely known health benefits. For instance, they have antioxidant, antibacterial properties, and antiviral. Isn't COVID coronavirus? Oh yeah, okay. They have also been shown to help prevent blood clots, be anti-inflammatory, immune boosting, and potentially anti-aging. Now what woman or man in their right mind can resist this amazing plant? Unless, of course, they have a problem. Now these compounds are responsible for many of the most potential health benefits offered by alliums. In addition to their remarkable sulfuric compounds, alliums produce a variety of vitamins and minerals including B vitamin, vitamin C, folate, potassium, selenium, and manganese. Onions and garlic are particularly rich in soluble fibers called fructans, which can help promote a healthy gut bacteria. This is one reason members of this vegetable family are so potent at supporting a healthy microbe biome. There are many other excellent health benefits of eating alliums. Alliums are heart healthy and help prevent cancer, but aren't for everyone. There are still a few things in this world that people are embarrassed or ashamed to speak out about. So if you're inviting somebody over for dinner and planning on putting onions or garlic in your meal, you might want to let the person know that is coming to dinner, just in case they're not able to tolerate it. You may not know that you have a friend like mine, one of my dearest Christian sisters, who is among between 25 and 45 million people in the United States who experiences irritable bowel syndrome, or IBS. IBS is a gastronomical disorder that can cause extreme stomach discomfort and changes in the bowel habits. Some of the most popular alliums, garlics, leeks, shallots, and onions, are high in fructans, which can, in some cases, trigger IBS symptoms. Well, on that note, that's it for today. God bless, and angels all around.